Hello students, welcome to Modern Management Technique class. I am Professor Namrata Hampiholi from Department of Commerce and Accountancy, KLS GCC Belgavi. So in today's class, we are going to deal with the last concept of this unit, that is challenges of managing 21st century corporation and organization. So in our previous lecture, we have seen about the difference between the administration and management. And in today's class, we are going to end up with this first unit. So what are the challenges of managing 21st century corporations and organization? So when we look around the organization or when we look around the world, it is getting a rapid progress day by day, right? So here businesses or the organizations are not restricted or to the domestic country, or they are not in a restricted they are not restricted in any manners. They have spread globally now. Okay, so with the transactions with the other country, foreign countries, or entering into the trade with the foreign countries has given a challenge to the home countries. So here the rapid changes what are being taken outside here are need to be adopted in your organization. So any changes in the global takes place that affects the changes in the organization of the home country or the domestic country. How our business or how our organization or how our management will imply or take these changes. So it is a challenging job for the management. So now let us look into what are the challenges that they may face. So here they have the impact of globalization. That is, here globalization is what here when two or more countries are coming into the agreement or the contract for the trade basis. So that will automatically impact the businesses of the home country. So how are they going to consider this impact, or what will be the result of such transactions? So that will change, because there will be a change in the language, there will be change in the culture, and there will be change in business environment where we are going for the globalization of the business. So how the business will consider this? Then managing across the border. So here, the ability of an organization to survive and succeed in this 21st century transactional workforce and borderless environment. Okay, so here challenges are how you will manage the issues, because here the culture differs, the environment differs. How are we going to manage with these new things? Then revolution of information technology. So as day by day technology is getting that is changed, or we can say that it is been upgraded. Here we are going into the more wireless technology, that is more wireless transfer of the information. So along with these resolution, how are we going to cope up, or how are we going to take up this changes in information technology? Because if we are stick up to the old technology and if we don't update ourselves, the product or the services which is given by our company will become outdated in the market. Then next is security issues. So when we are into the global world, so we are transferring our information through the wireless, that is our communication is wireless. So here there is a issue of security. Along with the acceptance of the new technology, we must see that there is a security of the privacy or the confidential of the information is being maintained. Then here the workers demand is increased if the workers are knowledge based. Rather than manpower which is like just a physical power, we need here persons or or you can say that workers who are knowledge and the skill based. These are some of the challenges which are faced by the organization in our 21st century. Then for their survival, what are the points or what they need to consider in order to survive in this 21st organization, in this 21st century? First is your corporate strategies. So here in short, strategy means what you are planning. So here when you are planning for your company, that is organization must have such a structure that will help any professional to capture the opportunities of today's economy. So your strategies it should be in such a flexible way that whatever new challenges you face, you will be ready to accept that. Then next is ethical issues. When you are accepting the new things, you must see that you are fair and ethical enough to that. Here, there shouldn't be any fraud or any unfair thing practiced in accepting these new principles. Then, coming to the social responsibility. So, as an organization being a part of a society, it has to take up the responsibility towards the society. So the issue of privacy and confidentiality, accessibility to the technology, then ownership issues, freedom of speech, etc. These are a few of the responsibilities which the company need to adopt. Then it has to overtake, that is, it has to accept the challenges that is globally made by breaking the borders, that is, by accepting the new challenges. Then ecological issues, that is here, in other words, we can say that minimizing the environmental pollutions, that is to make sure that you balance the environment very well along with the adoption of the new technology. Then coming to next is workforce diversity. That is, when you are into the global transaction or when you are in trade with the global companies, you come across the different culture, that is different ethics. You come across different individuals whose thinking will differ, their perception will differ according to their culture. So looking into these all thing into the mind, or keeping these all thing into the mind, you should accept the challenges. Then next is the enterprise mobility. So here enterprise mobility is nothing but here the transferring, or you can say that the transfer of the information, that is a movement of information. So it is commonly defined as the process of extending the business application or the solution through the use of wireless technology, which can be wireless LAN, then cellular, that is mobile phone, and other technologies such as wireless broadbands. That is here nothing but your skills, or what you can say, the knowledge which is available or the solution which is available with you, that can be movable, that is easily it can be transferable with the help of these technologies. Then coming to the next point here is to maintain and contribute to a sustainable socio-economic environment. So your sustainable development means what here? It is a development wherein we are going to spend today by keeping future into the mind. Okay, so that our forthcoming generation should have the resources what are available. So thinking about the future generation and keeping them environment, that is thinking about them and saving the environment, what we call here as a sustainable development. So here sustainable is in the form of socio-economic environment, that is in the form of society as well as in the form of economics. So recycle the waste, control the pollution so that the environment will be saved for our upcoming generations. Then give the importance to the human capital. So today, to create the organizations which support the worker in their cooperative endeavors. So that here human capital plays a very important role next to the technology. Or you can say that these are given to be top priority when it comes to the that is when it comes to the resources. Then here to improve the organization management, that is eliminate all the internal competitions, then introduce the reward system, train the employees, empower them, and communicate to the critical problems without delay, and get a rapid organizational response. So to construct or to have a good organizational support, there must be no any internal problems, or the internal issues are to be eliminated in order for the smooth flow of the organization. So these were the certain points wherein these are the challenges or the key points which they need to keep in mind when they face into the when they look into the challenges in the outside world. Then next here comes a stressful environment. Okay, so as day by day the business changes, or the with the day by day the environment of the business changes, there is a pressure on the internal working of an business, so that has to be managed. So what are some of the stressful, or you can say that some of the factor which cause the stress are working on the parallel project, that is having 2 3 project handling them at a time, and because of that you will get a tight schedules and there will be a deadline, and because of which you have a high workload, then the demanding customers and clients, then there is an increase in the global competition, high degree of flexibility and availability. So these are some of the stressful environment when we come into the internal environment. And when we look into the outside the business environment, you have the international competition, globalization, and modern technology, they have been promoted. Then restructuring and outsourcing of the businesses, these are some of the outside environment which causes the stress. So working under this condition will lead to the high pressure, that is a burden on the profession, on the within the organization. Okay, so the challenge for the challenge for the business is to look after these stressful environment. So this is a challenge on the individual as well as a entire organization, so that they should be out of this, or they should try to manage this environment. So the challenges faced by individual here is, that is a parallel project, again same, high deadlines will be there, there will be high workload, then there is a global competition, demanding customers, then high degree of flexibility, then combining the business and the private life. So these are some of the challenges faced by the individual. And challenges faced by the leaders are a generalization of the leadership, that is they have to manage the work with the old workforce as well as the new digital generation. Then they have to look after the sustainability, that is protecting today's environment and addressing the customer needs. Then virtual leadership, that is leading in an internet based environment, then responding to the changing in the economy, then leading a workforce comprising of ethical minorities and mature workers, then managing an extended workforce and social responsibilities. So these are the challenges which the leaders face being at the top position in the management. So these were some of the challenges which are being faced, and there are some key points or the key rules which will help to overcome these problems. So I hope you are clear with this today's class. With this, we end with the first topic, that is introduction, wherein you have come across the managers, that is who is manager, type of manager, his responsibility, his skills, then 14 principles of Henry Ford of management, then difference between administration and management, and the last point here is the challenges of the challenges faced by an organization in the 21st century. Then along with that, even you have completed with the functions of management. So I hope you are clear with these points.